I have a question regarding shooting commercials or conceptualizing about them. So, as a business company consisting of minor students who are restricted from going out and gathering in public, how can we shoot or manage our shooting and conceptualizing of commercials and advertisements without meeting up face to face and staying within our homes? Like, is it possible or is it feasible to pull it?
Yes, the pandemic has definitely been an obstacle in film production everywhere around the world. Every country has very different restrictions in place. So I think you need to see what the restrictions are in the Philippines, and based on what the guidelines are, and see what evaluate what is possible in terms of gathering. In Hong Kong, even though there are restrictions in place, the government considers film production as our place of work, and so as long as we apply for the necessary permits and everyone is wearing a mask and we have temperature checks on set and follow the COVID safety guidelines, we are able to do a film production and we're able to gather and meet because it's our work. Um, and if you apply for a certain permit, then your talents can also be filmed without the mask for the commercial. So I would advise you to, give your local film services office in the Philippines a call to understand what the guidelines are, and go from there, because those guidelines are changing all the time as well. So you want to see what the situation is and what they think the situation could be like, 2 weeks, a month from now, as you're planning your commercial. I mean, that's for the shoot itself, but for the planning, I've done so many commercials this year, planning everything remotely with my teams that are in, Singapore or London and Paris, and they're all around the world, and we can't get on a plane to meet them in person. So we're doing everything by emails, video calls, phone calls, and just make it work. It's good to have a daily check in with your team as well if you're in production, so that you keep things on track. I mean, and just be creative. Sometimes being in having these restrictions will force something creative out of you, because you have, you can't do everything you want. But who knows? Sometimes in these times, you can find something even more interesting and original that you wouldn't have been able to.